Alrighty, folks, here we are, day number 5 of the event. And I'll tell you what, this one should be a bit of a doozy. No practice, and we're already halfway through qualifying. This is the last race of the day, as usual, because it's the only one I've had time for. And we've missed most of qualifying because iRacing was not detecting my wheel, and I had to restart iRacing and unplug my wheel and plug it back in. And now here we are, getting ready to qualify with zero practice. Unfortunately, Lime Rock is a track that I know my way around pretty well, one of the few road courses that I've gotten a win on. But no practice is still no practice, and we're just gonna have to sit back, be patient with this one, and hope everything works out well. Because I'll entirely know what I'm walking myself into here. But either way, we are in the closing half of the event. Only 2 more races left after this one. Going to be VIR South tomorrow, and then Tsukuba 2000. Oop. Overdrove the corner there, that's not good. I don't like having to use my qualifying session to get warmed up, but fortunately, not all that much of a choice. Because it was either we show up to this race with limited experience, or don't race at all. And not racing kind of defeats the whole purpose of us attempting to do every day of the event. So here we are. We'll see what we can make happen, hope for the best. I can already tell you this is not going to be a good lap. Not whatsoever.
1 minute 8.496.
I have no clue what a fast time is around this track in this car. But I can tell you that the time I just set ain't it. Don't downshift in that corner. Good to know. So this seems to be more or less the same way you'd race in a Formula V. Don't be a nerd, keep it in third. And I'll tell you what, I reckon I can do that. Let's just hope we keep ourselves clean, don't botch up anyone else's races, and figure things out from there. But that felt like a pretty decent improvement in lap. I'll take what I can get. It doesn't look like that was much improvement in the lap time department. Why am I... Huh? Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was misreading something. For a brief second, I thought I was starting P2, and I was going to be really concerned, but 3 seconds off the pace, not great. But we can work with that. We've improved throughout the course of every previous race. We just need to really improve through the course of this race. But we are the number 10 car, so once again we find ourselves being at the tail end of the SOF, which I believe the SOF for this race was 12:55, which does not surprise me because my iRating's somewhere around 1170. So if nothing else, that means this should be a decently close field. And we'll just have to see what happens, but just like that, we're already gridding. Oh lord. Let's hope we don't botch this for everyone, how don't we? Qualified back in position number 5, so once again, we bear the curse of starting
Coming to one to go,
exactly in the middle of the
right side
field.
on the restart. But we're way good on fuel.
Let's be
Way
patient
good
into
on fuel,
turn
so do
one.
what you gotta do.
And
Pit road closed.
hope we can work things out. Lime Rock is a fun track. It's a little bit bigger than Summit Point Jefferson, but I still think it's really like it has the same general vibe that Summit Point Jefferson does of being one of the short tracks of road courses. I think it's about 0.4 of a mile bigger here than it is at Summit Point Jefferson. And the roads, of course, are a little less narrow, thankfully. But I think this should still have the makings of a pretty decent race, I reckon. We should be able to pull something off here. And who knows, maybe we'll prove my hypothesis right that I have decent races on the odd days and poor races on the even days. We'll just have to see what happens. Well, I gotta say, I appreciate all of y'all who have been stopping by and tuning into this little thing. I started it on a hunch. Or, well, that's not the word I'm looking for. I started it on a whim. Just for fun. Thought it would be something fun to do. And now here we are. Day 5 out of 7. We are almost at the finish line for this thing. And then technically we can say that we completed a series of something on the channel, which, I mean, y'all know me. I have a terrible habit of not actually finishing the projects I start. So making it this far is really nice to see. And it gives me confidence that I can get through the last 2 events of the season, one way or another. I mean, I almost didn't make it to this one. I was really late to registering for it, and then I had to restart iRacing and restart my wheel. I had about 4 minutes of qualifying left when I finally got back into the sim. Well, actually, no. First, I had to restart iRacing because I got a loading error. And then I finally got into the session and had to restart iRacing again because my wheel wasn't being detected. So we've been through many a hurdle to get into this race. Now it's just a matter of finishing it. And so far, out of the 4 prior races we've done, the only person that has taken us out of any of these races is ourselves. The driving standards really have not been that bad. Which, I mean, is always a bit of a shocker for a rookie series. But it's been really nice to see. We have to get up to 3rd just to get back up to the field now. Gonna try and leave a little bit less of a gap here. I've noticed that something I'm really bad about a lot of times is leaving too much of a gap to the cars ahead. Which now the car behind me is doing. So at least it's not me doing it for once.
Have a great day.
This car is off, and we're going. I shifted into neutral again, which of course is always frustrating, but it kind of works out. Because it kept me from jumping the start. But up in P4, which is nice. I didn't make that pass on skill. I'm only up here because the outside line did not feel like lining up on the restart correctly, but you know what? I'm okay with that. If that's what they want to do, more power to them. We're going 2x2 into the chicane lap 1. That's a little scary. But you know what? Fair enough. More power to them. We probably could have had a run there, but I wanted to back off of that. I did not want to commit. No need to be run. Okay, well, we can just run ourselves off the track. It works.
I need a little help, man. Do you think there's something
So much
wrong
for that. Fortunately, we decided to wreck on pit lane, so that's fine. Just turn everything off. Something is significantly
Here we come,
damaged
guys.
in the
10
car,
away now.
but that's okay. Hopefully here we can stay on the lead lap.
5 away. At your mark. Now, turn in, turn in. Stop on your mark. Go, man, go, 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 go.
Yes,
hard,
we
hard,
can. Cool beans. Well, that's not exactly how we wanted to start our race, but we're still in it. Now we have to go on the offensive and make some of this ground back.
10 minutes to go.
That's what we get for deciding to push too hard and try and make an overtake lap 1. We've learned our lesson. Hopefully, anyway. Now it's just a question of how much ground can we make back up in these remaining couple of laps. Hopefully a decent bit. I mean, 17 seconds is not going to be easy no matter how you cut it. That said, we are setting decently short lap times. So this should be a full 12 lap race, I think. Just gotta figure out a way to make that ground up. And mostly it's just gonna come down to being consistent. If I can turn half decent lap times, it'll be good. I've already somehow gained a second on the car in front of me, so like, we're doing okay.
The car in P1, just at the fastest
As
lap.
we shift into neutral.
1 minute 4.864.
That's okay. That's fine. We're committed. We're still on the track. We've already established N stands for no fun. We don't need to keep doing it anymore. Though I did just lose all of that ground I made up on P10 doing that. But looks like somebody had a spin, so we're gonna make some sort of ground up here.
1 minute 7.288.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
We've got something going for us at least. He's back on the track though. Nope, he's spun again, apparently. He's not having the race he was hoping for. But at least we have a spot now. We're guaranteed to finish not 11th. Nothing like the top 10 in an 11 car field. That's like half the cars pretty much. But still now 20 seconds back from the car ahead. So we're losing the drivers even in P9. That's not a great look for us.
One minute 7.173.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Don't overdrive the corner, please. That had the potential to be bad.
The car in P1, just at the fastest lap.
1 minute 4.696.
No chance of me doing that, but I am at least gaining on the field again. I'll take every little bit of time I can get. But still, 17.5. There's not really any good way for us to make that up unless more of them wreck. For now, all we can really do is the best we can. And
1 minute 5.974.
hope something works out in our favor.
Lap of the session.
We got the 105 range though, so we're now 2 seconds faster than our qualifying time. And that's not too far off from where the leader was with his time, I'm pretty sure.
The leader just did a
1 minute.
Yeah, the leader also just did a 105.
5.
So we've got some speed. It's just not going to be enough. A little bit overdrove the corner there.
5 minutes to go.
Yeah, 5 to go. We're not making 16 seconds up. Even if we nailed every lap, I don't think we're making 16 seconds up. We can dream, but I don't think it's going to happen.
One minute 6.879.
Not as good of a lap as last time, but still in a range I'm happy with.
Heads up. The car in P1 just set the fastest lap.
Car stopped ahead. Look at that.
4.504.
Sure. Works for me.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is
7.6.
Someone else up here had an oopsie. Multiple. Looks like there was maybe a 3-car incident up here. Look at that. I can't say no to that falling in our laps. Not one little bit. And there's another car off. Things are just working out swimmingly for us, apparently.
1 minute 6.791.
Let's see if we can't make up these 5 seconds. 5 seconds is something that is doable. Just gotta play our cards right.
you're gaining on the car in front. The gap is
4. Flat.
Look at that. I might actually catch this guy. Despite the little bit of an oopsie we had lap 1, we might be able to actually put something together here. Not as great as what we were hoping for, but something. Cars coming out of pit lane, gotta be careful of that.
1 minute 5.634.
that was your fastest lap of the session.
105.6, still 0.6 off of the race leader, but it's something.
Right side. Clear.
I would say thank you to him over the race chat, but I have race chat turned off. But that was very nice of him to let me by when I'm trying to catch up to someone. At least in the Solstice, you can kind of attack those curbs, because in some of the other cars that I drive, particularly open wheelers, those curbs will just absolutely kill you, and there's nothing you can do about it. But 3.6 back from the car ahead now. Just got to keep pushing and hope we can make something work here. More cars coming out of pit lane ahead. So more lap traffic we're going to have to deal with.
1 minute 6.533.
But that's okay. We'll make it work one way or another.
Earl, weed up through there. Roger.
We are still gaining. And also really abusing track limits. I'm almost eating shit literally every corner here. And we sent it too hard. Well, that's pretty much all she wrote. I'm not making this battle up now. Because that most likely just completely cooked my tires.
Right side. Clear, clear, clear.
Yeah, we're back to 5 seconds just like that. Man, I am my own worst enemy in this series.
Last lap.
Yep, white flag. We're not making 5 seconds up in 1 lap. Oh well, we
You're
tried.
losing on the car in front. The gap is
4.8.
And we can believe we're down to 4.4, but that's not gonna cut it. Not anywhere near enough. I can throw the cart around as hard as I want, I'm not gonna make it. If I didn't blow the chicane last lap, I would have caught this guy. Honestly, sometimes it's more frustrating taking yourself out than it is getting taken out by someone else.
Heads up.
Because it's entirely my own fault. Skill issue of the century. I could have easily walked away with the top 5 here, and I completely threw it.
Good weekend, everybody. Come on, Lewis Short. We'll knock them out next week.
But that's about all we're gonna get here from Lime Rock. Tomorrow, VIR South, which is a little scary because I have never driven VIR South before in my life. Every other track on this schedule, I have a good amount of experience on. VIR, I've never touched. So, at least my work schedule changes tomorrow, so tomorrow I should be able to actually practice for the race before I do it. Which is better than what could be said for these past couple of races. But we managed to gain some positions back from when we first wrecked, so we got that going for us.
We are 10 away. 5 away. At shore mark now.
We'll just have to
Boys,
see
don't forget
what we
to clean
can
up
see
the pit
tomorrow.
box. Pit crew, boys.
But real quick, of course, before we go, let's take a look at some incidents. Laugh at myself for just being a complete idiot. And see what all there is to see. Naturally, the first one is mine. I can see why the car was having trouble now. The right rear is not supposed to do that. Nor is the right front. Really, none of the wheels on the car are supposed to look like that. I cannot advise converting your Solstice into a tricycle. I mean, you're welcome to try it, but I can't recommend it. But it seems like most everyone here is pretty much all guilty of the same thing. Pushing slightly too hard, tires end up in the grass, car no longer exists. That was quite the turn. Bonus points for style though, we kept going in the right direction. Nope, wide into the grass and then getting rear-ended. That's not great. Oh, he comes back on track. Is he going to keep it going? He is. What a guy. I'm proud of him for that. Recovery of the century. Uh-oh, the 2 cars just coming to a stop. Weird. This 9 car is really just having my race but worse. He just keeps touching the grass with his rear tires and the car is just donezo. Nothing you can do after that. And okay, I can't even try to explain that one. I've got no idea. Then he gets his fast repair and he repeats my wreck. Minus the... I think I see the issue. He is driving on keyboard. I understand now. It was worth the effort, buddy. I admire the attempt. But not quite. But, race aside, that's going to be it for day number 5 of the event. Thank you all for coming out and supporting these videos. Hopefully we can make something work at VRR. But for now, that's all we've got here this evening. Thank you all for coming out, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.